Most people think subject to real estate investing is either a scam or a magic wand that gives you free houses. Today, I'm busting the biggest myths and giving you the raw truth you won't hear from gurus. Champ, I've been an entrepreneur since ninth grade in high school and a real estate investor since 2006. And all that time, I've never borrowed money from a sticky banker or held a resume job. Today's lesson is myth number one. It's hard to find a subject to deal. Yes, it is hard, but it's only hard in the beginning. The first time I rode a bike, it was hard. Same with my first time on a scooter, motorcycle, ATV, jet ski, even a skateboard. But guess what? Once you practice and fall a few times, it becomes second nature. So yes, it's hard at first, but not forever. It's like anything worth learning. If you want to win in real estate, you have to go through the early grind. Myth number two, buying subject to is easy. This one's a yes and no. Yes, it's easy once you know what you're doing. But if you're just starting out, like writing your first book, launching a business, or flipping your first property, it's going to take effort. It's not impossible. It's not complicated, but it does take commitment, reps, and a lot of learning. And that's why I created the new Flip, to help you build those real-life negotiation and hustle skills while making money today. You'll flip everyday items like bicycles, but you'll be learning the exact techniques that made me a millionaire real estate investor. Grab it at thenewflip.com. Myth number three. Subject to free houses. Can you get a house for $0 down? Absolutely. I've had motivated sellers hand me the keys just to take over payments. But here's the truth no guru wants to say. Even if you get a house for free, owning real estate still costs money. You'll need cash for it. Marketing, taxes, insurance, maintenance, vacancy holding costs, utilities, loan cure if it's behind, and more. Whether you Airbnb, fix and flip, or do a traditional rental, you're going to need reserves. So yes, you can get into deals creatively without a big bag of cash, but don't confuse that with free house, zero cost. Don't believe the hype. Myth number four, subject to investing is illegal. Now, I'm not an attorney. This ain't legal advice. But let me tell you what I've seen on the HUD-1 closing statement. Look closely on line 203 or 205, depending on the version. You'll often see subject to existing mortgage. It's printed right there on a federal document. This means it's not illegal. Title companies recognize it. HUD recognizes it. It's a legit strategy if done correctly. So always close through a title company and be transparent with all parties involved. Myth number five, you've got to be a sales master to do this. This is one of the biggest myths I want to crush. People always ask me, Mike, how do I persuade sellers? How do I convince them to let me take over their payments? Champ, I don't persuade anyone. I don't convince. I don't manipulate. I educate. I filter for motivation. I'm not out here sweet talking folks into becoming my private bank. I'm looking for motivated sellers who are already persuaded. In fact, they're the ones persuading me to buy their home. If someone's going through divorce, foreclosure, death in the family, job loss, or has a vacant house, they're already motivated. I walk them through all their options, from bankruptcy to listing with a realtor to renting it out. And then 9 times out of 10, they ask me to take over their payments or do creative financing. That's why in my negotiation system called the Superhero Closing Method, which you can get in my Subject to Launchpad, I push sellers away before I ever pull them in. Because persuasion creates remorse. I want sellers to feel good about the deal, to feel empowered. That's how I've stayed in this business so long, with no lawsuits, no regrets, and no sticky banker debt. Bonus, you're gonna need a strong mindset. You can know all the strategies in the world, but if you're stuck in your head, scared to call sellers, or overthinking every move, you won't do deals. That's why I created REBOOT. It's my personal mindset reset designed for hustlers who feel overwhelmed, frozen, or lost. REBOOT will help you. Rewire your brain for massive action. Eliminate fear and hesitation. Start each day with fire and focus. Start your reset now at myrealestatedojo.com/reboot. Wrap up subject to or a smart hustle, not free lunch. To summarize, subject to deals are not easy, but not impossible. You can get in with little to no money, but you'll always need some cash to manage the property. Subject to is legal and even printed on HUD forms. You don't persuade. You filter for motivated sellers who persuade you. Always remember you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and twice as beautiful as you'd ever imagined. Rumi, don't take no for an answer. Much love and peace.